Welcome back to She Rises Through It, episode 21. Can you believe 21 weeks ago I started this journey? I am floored. I am in awe of the journey that I have been on, and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. There's just one little goodie before we head over on into our podcast today. And today we're going to make the podcast short and sweet. It's just going to be a midweek check-in, some gratitude, because I feel like we forget to just stop, pause, and tell ourselves that we're doing amazing. So, update next year, guys, 2026, we are going to Costa Rica. Dates right now are being finalized, but it is happening and I cannot believe we're here. I'm just so enthused and thrilled that, again, 21 weeks ago, I took this leap, took this jump, and now I'm going to be heading back to Costa Rica with all of you beautiful individuals on your journey of becoming. And I just can't wait to fully launch and share all the details with you. So, in the meantime, while we are finalizing all of the details, I want you to head over onto my website, get signed up for the retreat launch list because you are not going to want to miss this. And I can tell you from my heart that this is going to be transformational and you are going to be in awe of everything. So head on over. I believe if you go under the collective retreats on my website, there is a join wait list, sign up for upcoming retreats list. Sign up for that. Get ready because when it launches, you are going to be the first to know and you are going to get special pricing as well. Anybody who is on the list prior does get special pricing. I don't want you to miss out on it because I'm truly excited. Let's head over into this week's podcast. Again, it's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, and it's going to be our midweek check-in. And here we go. Welcome to She Rises Through It, a space for honest becoming, slow growth, and the unfiltered middle of motherhood, healing, business, and building a life that actually feels good. I'm Sydney, and this podcast is where I reclaim my voice in real time. It's not about doing more, it's about doing it differently. If you're craving real conversations, soulful pauses, and a reminder that you're not alone in the messy becoming, you're in the right place. And just a reminder before we begin, I'm not a medical or mental health professional. Everything shared here is based on my lived experience. Please seek qualified care if you're needing support. You deserve it. You're not behind, you're becoming. Hey, loves, welcome back to She Rises Through. You guys, episode 21. 21 weeks ago, I launched this podcast. 21 weeks ago, I said yes to everything that I am doing. And I'm just speechless at this journey. So today's episode, you guys, it's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, and it's going to be straight from the heart. I have such a busy week. And it's been a very busy start to the month for me. And I just want to do a little midweek reminder that you're doing an amazing job. You are doing an amazing job. And I don't think we hear that enough. And I just want you to know that you're doing so amazing. And you are so worthy. You are so enough. And here's the thing. I know how easy it is to get caught up in the rush, all the goals, the responsibilities, all the constant motion of trying to balance everything and everyone. This week has just thrown me for a loop and a whirlwind. On top of it, my son fell, had to get stitches, so it just added an extra layer. However, before the rest of this week runs away from us and runs away specifically from you, I want you to pause with me for a few minutes And I really want you to take some inventory of where you are right now, where you were, where you are, and where you're going. Because again, far too often, we do not stop and reflect on what we're grateful for. We don't. I forget to all the time. And gratitude has just kind of been on my heart recently. So I want you to just take a break with me right now. Just focus on your breath. Focus on the inhale as your chest rises, and on the exhale as you allow your chest to fall. Gratitude doesn't require everything to be perfect in our lives. It's not about pretending everything's okay. It's actually about acknowledging what's already good in our life, even if it's the smallest thing. This week, I've been grateful for a lot of things, and I have paused. And even when the negative tried creeping its way in, I was like, no, this is where I'm at. I am so thankful. I am so happy. And I'm grateful that everything has come this way. And, maybe you're grateful for a moment of quiet, right? Maybe it's just like, oh, I'm so thankful that I'm getting this peace and quiet right now. And maybe it's for the people we get to see and support, or those that see and support us, right? Each and every one of you, I am so grateful for. I am so grateful for the individuals I get to connect with on a daily, from my clients to my friends. It is remarkable the difference that I am making and the change I am making in this world. And I'm just so grateful for you, for the support you give me. And maybe you have to give that support and gratuity to those around you as well. And maybe it's simply that you've made it through another dang week. You're showing up, you're learning, you're trying again, you're doing something new, and you're just like, wow, I did it. Because all of these things, all of the smaller things that we're grateful for, they all count. The amount of small things we can be grateful for can actually surmount to a big thing we're grateful for, which is way more than just one big grateful thing. Because all of these minor things, all of these small things, they matter. And they deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be celebrated. And you're doing so much better than you think. You've grown through things this year. And you've grown through things that once felt impossible to you. You've rebuilt yourself. You've adapted your life. And you've kept moving forward in everything, even when the next step wasn't clear. You guys, gratitude turns these moments of uncertainty into proof that you are exactly where you're meant to be. And I don't want you to forget that one bit. And here's the thing. The thing about life is it can change in an instant. I didn't know my son was going to fall off of a chair and we needed to go in and get stitches, which caused me not to go to house church. But that's okay. Because again, at the snap of a finger, everything can shift. The opportunities we're going for, the relationships, the breakthroughs we've been wishing for, the peace that you've been praying for, it can show up when we least expect it. And when it does, I hope you look back and realize that every single step, even in the messy, confusing, frustrating steps, it was leading you to be exactly right here where you are. And the moments that you question yourself, they built your resilience. The seasons that you had to start over, they reminded you of your strength. And the times you felt behind, they were simply pauses for alignment. Because you're not behind. You are becoming and you are unfolding right on time. So, If you've been in a season of waiting or you're uncertain, I want you to trust this. I want you to trust the process, even on the good days, even on the bad days, because the universe, God, whatever you call it, whatever you believe in, they haven't forgotten about you. They're preparing you for your next step and your next journey. Your only job right now is to keep showing up with gratitude and faith, even when the timeline does not make sense for you. And this week and last week, I've been reflecting a lot on what I'm grateful for. You guys, it took a lot of courage for me to start over. A lot of courage. I've had my ups, I've had my downs, I've cried. I've been frustrated and mad and angry, and it's all okay. But I am grateful that I took that courage. I am grateful I took the risks to build something completely from scratch, to continue learning how to evolve it, to pour further into my husband, further into my kids, my clients, my community. And somehow I'm still finding pieces of myself along the way. I am finding so much more about myself every day, and I'm allowing it. And I'm not upset about it, because I am so grateful for the people who have come into my life at just the right times. The ones who have showed up for me as teachers, supporters, or even mirrors. I can see so much of my journey in a lot of other individuals, even though our journeys are so different. There's so much resemblance between them. And for me, that's what gratitude looks like right now. It's not flashy. It's not tied to a milestone or a big win. It's truly in these simple things. The early mornings that I'm waking up with my silent accountability group, the laughter of my kids, the quiet evenings, the messages from clients whose lives are shifting, the moments that I feel comfortable calling in and saying, you know what? No, my kids need me today, and having no guilt or shame in the world. Gratitude reminds me that I'm already living the life I used to dream about, even if it's completely still unfolding right now. And I want you to know that you are too. Even if you don't see it, you are truly in the middle of your own becoming. And that is truly a beautiful, beautiful becoming. So, wherever you're listening from, whether you're in your car, maybe you're on a walk, or you're folding laundry. Gosh, don't remind me about folding laundry. Oh, I want you to take this reminder. You, right now, in this moment, in your life, in the path that you are on, you are doing an incredible job. You are becoming someone stronger, wiser, softer, and more aligned every single day. And don't let the rush of the world convince you that you're behind. Because you're not. And this hustle culture, it ain't going anywhere. And the one thing I know, you are not behind. You are exactly where you're meant to be, learning what you need to learn, preparing for what's next. So I want you to remind yourself to stay grateful and stay grounded. And remember, even in the waiting, you are still becoming. So I want to thank you so much for showing up today for episode 21, for being with me on this journey. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Remember, you're not behind, you're becoming. And here at the Sydney Jocelyn Collective, you will never rise through it alone. We will rise through it together. Until next time, loves. Thank you for being here. If today's episode moved something in you, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. You can find me on Instagram at Sydney Jocelyn. That's where I share daily reflections, creative sparks, and behind the scenes of everything I'm building. You can also explore my work offerings and retreats at sydneyjocelyn.com. You're not behind, you're becoming. And you don't have to do it all alone. We rise through it together.